Hi, we are Team Jelly Cage. So, the problem that we were looking to solve was social isolation amongst seniors. So, Ellie and I work in care settings. I work as a DSP providing in home care to developmentally disabled individuals, and Ellie works in a senior assisted living facility. So we have personally witnessed how debilitating and how negatively people can be impacted by social isolation. I have personally supported quite a few people through their end of life. And I have noticed that as social engagement decreases, there seems to be negative health effects and a pronounced impact on their emotional and cognitive state. There is also a body of research that would support this that Kristen will be referencing later in this presentation. So, why did we select this problem? Well, we selected it largely in part due to the fact that Ellie and I both work in fields that have caused us to have a good deal of exposure to this problem and firsthand seeing how social isolation impacts these people. And Sage and Kristen also expressed that they found this to be a concerning issue and they were interested in tackling this. So, to solve this problem, we partnered with two community organizations, the first being Western Oregon University. So, we are working with Emily Pleck, who teaches an intercultural communication class. As a part of that class, she has community projects. So, we are establishing a intercultural communication project within that class where they will send volunteers to the senior center where we are trying to alleviate social isolation that Ellie currently works at. And if you would go ahead and cover that, Ellie, I'd appreciate it.
So, my organization is called Heron Point Assisted Living, as Jacob has gone over. It is located in Monmouth, and their overall mission is to be able to give older adults comfort and assistance with daily living tasks and care that may not be in their abilities or range at this point in their lives. In addition to this, since there are multiple people there, it provides a sense of community and family and overall comfort. I suggested this idea because I do work at this facility, and their mission statement is similar to our overall goals that our group decided we would like to tackle. When I brought it up to our activities director and some of the residents, they were willing and excited to participate, and that lined up great with our overall goal.
So now I'm going to talk about our team's kind of overall project and project idea. So we've just wanted to kind of create a project that would be able to be implemented with Western Oregon's intercultural communications course. We wanted to be able to kind of test run a potential project that could then later be used for the course to see if it would be a good fit, to see if it would be something that could be implemented in this course later on. And then our project outcomes were to alleviate social isolation and to help the individuals living at Heron Point feel more connected to the community. We wanted just to be somebody that we could come talk to them about, anything just to kind of help with the social isolation that they might be feeling. We wanted to execute our project by writing down a list of potential questions to ask them. We asked them questions that are related to social norms, community, technology, things that have happened in the past. And we just kind of wanted to get their thoughts and opinions, and then they could hear our thoughts and opinions. Ellie contacted her supervisor and kind of got everything set up. The people that were living there were very excited to hear that we were going to come visit them, and they were eagerly waiting our arrival. When we got there, they were very happy to see us. Our project outcomes seemed to be very positive. The people living there seemed to have a great time, and they were very happy. They were smiling. They thanked us. And then ultimately, we have evidence that the project resulted in positive outcomes because they did tell us that they wanted to see us again and see more students, and that it would be something that could be implemented in the future.
And circling back to the problem which we identified, which was the lack of enrichment and social isolation for older adults, the solution we implemented was done by, like Sage was saying, sitting down with the residents and talking, asking questions. This provided a sense of enrichment and social interaction with others outside the facility, so people that they do not see on a daily basis, which will be new to them. And in addition to that, we are linking this to the intercultural communications class at Western Oregon to continue the development of enrichment for older adults.
The immediate impact that we saw with our solution was the seniors, that their within the seniors was that their mood was greatly increased, along with the enrichment, in which once they started talking, they kept talking and they were engaging fully with us. There was not one senior who was living there that did not engage in any of the questions that we asked. Um, we also saw that they were so very excited to talk to our group. By the end of our time with them, they were happy and they were willing to see us again, to talk to us again. According to the article Social Connectedness and Cognitive Decline by Adam Roth, it identifies social interaction can buffer cognitive health and lead to a slower rate of cognitive decline, which we are hoping that with the continuation of this community service program uh, opportunity with the class, there will be we will see hopefully that there is a decrease in the cognitive decline of the residents there at Heron Point. Um, but that the article also found that there is that decline in cognitive, there's that slower rate of cognitive decline by looking at older adults who live alone compared to those who live with others. And within our group, after we have sat down with the older adults at Heron Point, we have discussed and found that the three most important lessons learned about leadership would be group collaboration, having a common goal, and having team cohesiveness amongst us all. And with the three lessons for teamwork, we also agreed that sharing the workload instead of trying to take over the workload was something that was a lesson that we felt was extremely important, along with good communication and keeping up with the team members, for team meetings and encouraging teammates to speak up during those meetings, as well as having to work to find diversity with them within our group members, despite all of our similarities in our beliefs and everything else.
Overall, we feel pretty good about this project. We think that it is going to be successful and that it will definitely help in alleviating the social isolation that seniors feel quite acutely at times. We also hope that it will lead to positive health outcomes by decreasing the rate of cognitive decline, by encouraging social interaction. And furthermore, we hope that it can help foster a sense of closeness and community between the generations, as there is very often a great disconnect between the younger and older generations. So this will be a great chance for students to learn from the older generations and from the older generations to learn and just have that exchange of ideas and connection that is often lacking. So thank you for your time, and we appreciate the opportunity to do this.